This week's list of Nintendo eShop deals is a winner. There's a fair few new games, lots of ones I haven't seen in a while. Also a decent amount of them are new low prices. Now today I have 10 games for you all covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia, and every single one comes in under $20 or your regional equivalent, so this one it's definitely kind to the bank account as well. Now if you do want a super budget, check out my deals on the $10 video in the pinned comment down below. Also if you do enjoy this video, then subscribe, help us get to 60,000 subscribers sooner rather than later, as right now we are just 300 or so shy. Finally, I not only have 2 winners to announce for 2 $10 eShop gift cards, but I also have 2 more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next Saturday's video. Warm Snow then is a relatively recent release for the Switch, and it's here with 30% off and matching the low price. Now you can find my full review in the pinned comment, but it's a roguelike that asks you to save a world which is being transformed by never-ending snow, which, well, you guessed it, it is warm, and it's basically transforming the population into monsters. So the idea here, well, kill everything, pick up new weapons along the way, add some power-ups, and yeah, even unlock some permanent upgrades as well. I loved the visual style, the weapons and fighting styles feel unique, and then it runs for the most part great, outside of maybe a few stumbles here and there. This one, it flew under the radar for many, but it shouldn't be skipped. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank is a new release and it's here with 20% off. Now the original was a Zelda-like adventure. This one switches things up to being a roguelike, and I'm going to say it up front, it is nowhere near as good as that original. And this release, it also suffered from some frame rate issues at the end game. Now this said, I still had a lot of fun getting to that point. The controls do feel great, the cast is as entertaining as ever, the weapons are honestly just ridiculous at times, and yeah, I'm really excited to see where they take this hero next, as it appears they are building out their own little mascots. Midnight Fight Express is currently 40% off and matching the low price. Now this one was also overlooked on the Switch, and I believe I was one of the few channels to actually review it, find that in the pinned comments, but if you do enjoy a good brawler, this is where you should be heading. Now it's all presented then in this isometric style, and you're going to be battling through this world with a slew of weapons, taking on some incredibly challenging encounters. What I like though is the fact it knows when to have fun, such as a random pillow fight encounter that takes place at a gaming studio. I think it looks good on the Switch, and look, sure, it stumbles with its frame rate very occasionally, but that was extremely minor and I had an absolute blast with it. Ghost Song is a Metroidvania-inspired gem that throws you into an alien world, specifically a moon filled with secret chambers, winding tunnels and laboratories, all packing hidden secrets. Now you play as a newly awakened entity in a desolate suit, squaring off against a host of fungal enemies, alien metal husks, and of course a whole lot more. Now thankfully you are armed with weapons and you can expect to unlock new abilities on this journey. I really like the combat, rapid fire with melee options, and then I also love the cast you do meet. They each have their own unique stories of survival, courage, abandonment and redemption. This one is something special in my opinion, and it's 30% off, matching the low price. The Touryst is a classic that I've not spoke to or actually played now in a long time, but it's here matching the low with 30% off. Now when I did play this, it really surprised me. It's an action-adventure puzzle game with a stunning visual style and a whole lot to do in its world. What I appreciated was the game's never forcing you to make that forward progression, and often I found myself simply exploring, seeing what was going on. So visit the beach, go shopping, go for a dive, and then eventually uncover the mystery of Monument Islands. Definitely gets a little crazy, this one, in a positive way, and yeah, it's a gem. Would love to see more of the worlds. Double Dragon and Kunio a retro brawler bundle hits a new all-time low for those in the UK, EU and Australia. For everyone in the US and Canada, we've actually seen it half this price, so do be aware of that, but it's also been a good while. Now this bundle brings together 18 titles, taking you from brawlers to the sports-like titles that they did release. It's just a great throwback to a legendary name, with some of them even being unreleased in the US before. Now I did review this on the channel, I will link that down below, but this is well worth the price. It even features what's called a quality up mode for many of the games, and that modernizes controls. Trinity Trigger hits a new low price with 50% off. Now, I generally enjoyed this one, though it did have its shortcomings for sure. For example, I don't think the story quite delivered. It's kind of a generic save the world scenario. But if you are looking for a more laid-back action RPG game that's influenced by Secret of Mana, then this one is going to be worth a look. The enemies were unique, the combat was solid. I particularly like the visual design, then the concept of transforming these creatures into weapons as well. Just a great element to the gameplay. They kind of act like companions throughout the story, and they are really likable. Final note, this isn't the longest entry in the genre. It takes around 12 hours to complete the main story, and I'd say at a push, maybe 15 to 20 if you do include side quests. You'll find my full review in the pinned comments. SIFU is a must-play for beat-em-up fans. The gameplay is a third-person perspective action game that revolves around ultra-difficult combat and mastering a control scheme that really balances offensive and defensive strategies. What makes it unique is its revenge-driven storyline, where if you die, you actually age, adding a unique spin to what is essentially the roguelike formula. As your character gets older, your strength and your abilities evolve, impacting the options available from the game's skill tree. Now, despite a few frame rate, let's say wobbles, I had a blast with this one, and currently it is 60% off, a new low price. And for more details on this one, I'd say check out my review in the pinned comments. Mr. Christopher is our first winner. They picked up the incredible Chained Echoes. Congrats on the win, Christopher. Drop me an email for the $10 code, and everyone else, I do have a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. Zombie Army 4 Dead War gets a new low price, 70% off, and this is a fantastic port on the Switch. I think it looks and runs great, and few games are honestly as satisfying as this. Now, for those that may not know, it is a spin-off of the Sniper Elite series, and it's basically the same idea. You are a sniper during the war, but here your foes are now zombies. It's got this incredibly satisfying X-ray camera that delivers some brutal kill cams, and it's particularly fun if you do play online co-op. This entry and series honestly comes recommended from me. I don't think you can actually go wrong with any of them, and my review is in the pinned comments. Shamrocker is our second winner then. They can't wait to check out Nier, and I do not think that will disappoint. Congrats on the win. Email me for the code, and everyone else drop a comment down below for your chance in next Saturday's video. Monster Hunter Rise and the Sunbreak DLC bundle is back, and it gets a new low price of 67% off. This is a steal of a price, and I'm keeping it quick here as everyone knows it. It's just a fantastic game, a solo or with friends, which has you tackling these massive beasts. Just incredibly addictive, and the whole concept of leveling up and getting new equipment, I don't think it personally gets old. Now, if you already do own the base game, you can pick up the DLC standalone on sale, but it's only going to save you a couple of quid as they are near giving away the base game here for free. Now, this deal is not yet available in the US and Canada, but I do suspect it will go live very soon, so do add it to the wish list if it is one that interests you. And that's the video done. Will you be adding anything to the library this week? Let us know in the comments. With that, a shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.